Hey guys, welcome back to React Pact, and I'm John.
I'm Rose.
And I'm Nikki.
And this is the Mandalorian episode 6 called The Tragedy. Last time we saw Ahsoka, and that was very nice to see Ahsoka. You guys liked Ahsoka, right?
I
Yeah.
love Ahsoka. Yeah.
What do you guys think about last episode and where it's taking us?
I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be another character that we've seen before in the series. I mean, like from other Star Wars series, is gonna pop back in like Ahsoka did.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't predict who it would be.
I'm curious to see their development with where Mando is eventually going to have to leave Grogu. And I feel like even if he leaves him, he's going to end up having to come back for him because I don't know. I just feel that way.
Yeah, the show is definitely pointing towards the old, I've got to let you go, but I don't really want to.
Mm-hmm.
But the show's called The Mandalorian, not The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Right?
So this actually
never
could
know.
go any direction here.
True.
Yeah.
So other than that, let's get ready to get into it, guys. If you like the video, please remember to leave a like and hit subscribe if you want to see more. A new schedule is being set up. We're gonna probably end up with another schedule change at some point when My Hero Academy comes out next month.
Next month?
Mm-hmm. In fact, I believe this weekend the recap is gonna be out. So yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about that, but a little surprise. But we're definitely gonna have to be reacting to that. So
Yeah.
we'll see you guys after. Just staring at him.
He still does that. Oh, that's so cute. He's just doing it to call his name. Stop. Just chuckling.
Look at him.
What are the odds of him finding this tiny space in the entire planet?
Yeah, he did just say on planet Tython, find these scenes.
Maybe there's a bunch of them.
Or it could be just the highest point of the planet. Just put a baby down on the rug. Recognize that?
I do, but
That's
I don't.
Slave 1. That's Boba Fett's ship.
Oh my gosh.
I got so excited when I first saw that. And also nervous. Don't you do my boy dirty. I'm gonna pop off after this episode.
What?
Maybe you can't see the blue or something. Because I had no idea why he would do that.
Well, I mean, he's safe in there for now. If he can get through.
They got the same back to back.
It is Boba Fett.
Look at him, dude.
Stomach acids.
That's what I thought too.
I want mine. Wrong answer.
I believe that's what Django said.
I give my allegiance to no one. The Beskar belongs to the Mandalorians. He was looted from us during the Purge. Yama was my father's. I'm the one wearing Beskar. As soon as I see that muzzle flash, you're both dead. I didn't mean she was going to shoot you. My friends locked on to that little companion of yours up on the hedge.
I don't miss.
Fennec?
Yay.
Here, Mando.
Yeah. From season 1, people recognize his boots.
Point that gun away from the kid, or I'll drop you both where you stand. Let's all put down our weapons. Have a chat. No need for bloodshed. Tell her to drop the gun. After you put down the jetpack. Same time. Stand down.
That's not the same time at all.
That's what I was thinking. Like, y'all are taking your time. More ship.
You left your thing.
Jetpack, yeah.
Come back.
For goodness sake.
He's still in a trance.
Yell his name.
Oof.
Yeah. I wonder what Beskar's made of. Like, is it like an ore?
Yeah. Like in mine, iron ore, I believe it's mined. Beskar ore. Or at least that's how it was in EU. We also have to refine it.
I love how they all have accents. So, there's too much fire.
You know that Tuscan stick thing.
Oh, yeah, it could.
Oof.
That would make sense because he's been on Tatooine.
Who needs a gun?
Yeah. Ow.
Like music. Oh, look at that.
His leg
Just
just
You
like...
see his mask is just like split down the middle.
Yeah.
And she's running in the open because
Prometheus' school of running away from things.
Well, actually, she's going laterally, so it's a different school. One of the school ends.
robotics.
Robo guts, go!
Robo guts.
That's Prometheus school running away from
Yeah.
It's coming right for you.
This guy thought he would shoot the boulder dead before it got to him. What? Now you stopped using your guns?
Hard to breathe in that thing.
Oh, dang. Why'd you take it off?
You were knocked out that whole time.
Yeah.
You missed all of the awesomeness.
What the heck?
You gotta get out of here.
Gonna do it again.
Persistence is key.
Didn't even get close that time.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna protect you. Stay there. I'll be back soon. Okay, let's move in. Okay? That's teamwork. Let me get out of here.
At this point, I just feel like a Terminator. You can't kill me. Guys, can't kill me.
Uh-oh. Where did that come from? Did he get his suits?
Yeah. Boba Fett.
He's wearing a skirt now, no?
Oh.
What was
I
that?
think that was E-Whip,
You went
the battery.
Oh.
I think. Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh. We're about to leave you.
We never got to see him use it. Whack.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice shot. I was aiming for the other one.
I noticed.
Yeah, he locked us at the bottom one.
Uh-oh.
Oh dang.
Rip Razor Crest.
Razor Crest!
And they made all of you buy his action figures too. I like the size of the ship. It speaks Warlord.
Still haven't gotten your
Jetpack. That's what I keep thinking. I'm like, just get your jetpack.
Boba doesn't, I mean, not Boba. He doesn't have his jetpack. Boba left to get his ship, so.
Oh no, they're going straight for the kid! Protect the kid!
They're so cool.
Oh
Whoa.
no! They got him.
Oh, sad face Grogu.
That's why he doesn't have a jetpack, so he can't go after them.
Yeah. In my opinion, the coolest ship of it all.
Yeah.
What, Boba Fett's ship?
Mhm.
It just makes no sense.
They're back. The Empire. They're back.
It looks like the tip of a spear.
The Outer Rim is under the jurisdiction of the New Republic.
This isn't a spy stream. I can see the Imperial cruiser with my own eyes. Heading down.
Piece of his ship.
Oh, his Razor Crest.
I mean, you can imagine, he just lives in the stars. He just lost everything.
Oh, yeah.
The eternal, the eternal sphere.
The thing is made of Beskar.
Let's go. I want you to take a look at something. My chain code has been encoded in this armor for 25 years. See, this is me. Boba Fett. My father, Jango Fett. Your father was a foundling. Yes. He fought in the Mandalorian Civil War. Then that armor belongs to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Till he is returned to you safely, we are in your debt.
New party. New party.
New party. That's what I was thinking. RPG party required. Or what is it? Acquired.
It's that point in the D&D story where the base gets raided and everything seems lost. So it's time to get to the final end game. Look at that. Look at that. Lands on his back. What a G.
Next wave down. Serving 15 years in the Carson chalk fields as being the prisoner himself. Accessory to the death of the New Republic officer. Sounds like a real piece of work. What do you want with it?
I need to spring us to help me locate Moff Gideon's light cruiser.
You know how I feel about the Empire. If these strikes mean they're losing to fight.
They have the kid.
She's like,
She's
screw
like,
the
cool.
rules.
Follow the spirit of the law, not the letter of the law.
Looks like you could use a nice long sleep.
I'm gonna stun him. Oh.
Forgot to set this down.
It just kills him at the end of the series.
We come out of hyperspace. Send an encrypted message to Dr. Pershing. Let him know we have got our donor.
Yes, sir.
Pershing, so he's coming back. Well, remember, he was sympathetic, though.
Yeah.
Or at least humane. Tiny handcuffs.
You need to have like all sizes when you are in a galaxy of random creatures.
That is going to be our first talking point. Discussion.
Discussion.
From here on out, blind. That was the last episode I've seen. So
Oh.
I haven't seen the rest of the season.
Cool.
Because after I saw Boba Fett... Am I blind? I'm pretty sure. Yes. Because
Am I
Am I?
blind?
because I remember seeing Boba on the ship, but that may have just been a preview. But I don't remember anything past this. So I think this was the last one I saw. And the reason for that is because we saw Boba Fett. He went back and got the girl. We saw Migs Mayfield, Bill Burr. So it's like, okay, they're ramping up for the big finale. And it was also around this time I was like, we should probably watch this for a reaction channel. So, but I was not going to stop watching the show until I saw Boba Fett. I knew we were going to see him ever since the Marshall episode. So we're going to see Boba. Boba literally was the character that got me into Star Wars. Like, got me into Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because I saw like media here, something there. I saw weird advertisements for like, there was this one advertisement for like a Megazord that was the Death Star, something like that. So like I saw all kind of weird Star Wars media.
Yeah.
But what got me into it was the the Star Wars Bounty Hunter video game. In that video game, you can unlock a comic book, and in that comic book, it actually shows the story of how they found Jango Fett. It's technically non-canon now, but they recanonize the fact that he's a foundling because his parents were killed on a farm on Conquered Dawn, and then the Mandalorian protectors, who were the ones who were supposedly the rightful heirs of the Mandalorian title, they came by and they saved him because Death Watch killed his family. And then from then on, he was raised. They fought the war. The protectors were annihilated, but Jango ran off on his own and became a bounty hunter. So, yeah, there's a lot I wrote down. So, Tiny Shackles though.
Tiny Shackles.
A lot of reactors, I remember they were talking about it, and they're like, okay, how evil of an empire are you that you have baby shackles?
Oh, yes.
So,
Didn't think of that.
do you think that it's a matter of evil or a matter of practicality?
I think it's practical, because you remember that one species from the newest movie where they were trying to fix...
Oh, the tiny guy.
Yeah, the tiny, super tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, they're on the planet. So apparently there's like a bunch of tiny creatures.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Maybe they just 3D print them when they need it.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Star Wars is surprisingly high-tech and low-tech at the same time. Like, they don't have an internet. They have a HoloNet, but the HoloNet's very localized. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that we have more advanced in them.
Maybe it's just the planets that we've seen so far. Maybe like well-developed planets are just like super.
Well, we've seen stuff like Coruscant, and they definitely have the HoloNet on Coruscant, which is the closest thing to the internet. But at the same time, the HoloNet's not like a free place where you make. The HoloNet's more like a library and news station. So it's not. It's as if our humanity, the internet was strictly made just for government websites, and internet and what am I trying to say? Library and news information, and it was never open to the public. Like, if humanity took that path, we may never have the internet as we have it today, which would stagnate progress by centuries. So it seems like it's kind of like that, but I don't know full details on it. But yeah, I also am of the opinion that the Tiny Shackles, this is not an evil thing. They were preparing to capture this tiny thing for a while.
Yeah, so they probably like prepared it.
Yeah.
Tiny Shackles.
And those cups have a little blue on them, so I wonder if it's like got a regular stun on it.
Yeah.
Star Wars freedom. I just wanted to mention, we were talking about earlier how Star Wars Galaxy is just so big and wide, and it seems like you could just go anywhere and be free. On so many planets, there's oppression. So it's just one of those things that Star Wars both seems like a great place to live and a horrible place to live at the same time.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like if you think about present day, there's freedom when you have money.
Yeah.
Because in the Star Wars Galaxy, there's freedom when you have a ship. Look at poor Mando. He's lost his ship. If he didn't have Boba Fett and Fennec,
He'd die on this planet.
he'd die there. He'd be done. He wouldn't have no way out, no way to help find the child, no way to call for help. He would be done. So it's kind of like you can relate that to if you didn't have money, you'd be stuck in poverty. You couldn't see the world. You wouldn't learn and grow your knowledge and things like that. So.
It's like the rich tourists who decide to go visit, like, we're going to go visit the Saharan desert, and they drive through all these poor desert towns. There's like there are hundreds of people there, and for us, they're just seeing a beautiful landscape. For them, that's all they'll ever see. So it's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have anything written?
RPG party required. Acquired. I keep saying it wrong.
How do you guys think they're going to get along?
So far,
they all seem fairly quiet, except for Fennec. Fennec might like put in some like what's the word, like comments that might bite you wrong.
Like, she might be abrasive?
Yeah, a little bit slightly abrasive comments here and there.
What makes you think that?
She just seems like she has a mouth.
She does? Oh, I didn't really pick that up.
me neither. I kind of felt like they would all get along pretty well. Because I feel like, I mean, look how quickly she agreed with Mando. Mando was like, please don't hurt the child. And she was like, you know, stand up, back off really quickly. She was going along with him very quickly.
Yeah.
She wasn't
Not that she's like aggressive. She just like, if
She might
something
just be,
goes wrong on the ship,
quips.
she's like, yeah, quips. That's what I mean.
Quippy.
She's
Okay.
quippy.
I do remember though, she's an assassin, and she, like, if it comes down to it, I do believe she would betray somebody if she has to. I don't know about Boba Fett. Like, I like to believe that he's got that sense of honor where he won't do anything, but I just haven't seen enough of this version of Boba Fett. Especially like EU Boba Fett, Expanded Universe Boba Fett, he'd betray somebody if he had to. But he does
He
generally...
seems wiser in
He
this one.
he generally tries to stick to his word in EU, and in this it seems, on our first impression, that he's a very honorable person. Or it's like, this armor is mine, I don't gotta explain anything, it's mine.
Yeah.
Even though he could have easily said, check the chain code, it's mine.
Yeah,
He
right.
could easily have said that.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna get into the draw for sure right here.
One thing that I noticed is when he was fighting, when he got his armor back and he came and shot all those people, the guy that came up behind him, he went like that and shot him. I remember you had told me before that Django's helmet has a 360-degree view.
That's how it was in like a long time ago. I remember reading like when I was a kid on the Star Wars wiki that it said that the helmets gave them full rotational view, like they could see all around them. It's not been confirmed in this, but I'd like to think that that is what that was.
Yeah.
Whereas like this helmet, he was on his I doubt this full 360 because there's nothing there. But since he was to his side, I imagine maybe his helmet was like indicating right there or something. But yeah. Also, we've seen a lot of characters, like anytime a character has to look cool, they do a no-look shot. We've seen
Yeah.
Han Solo do it. We saw Mando do it.
did
in
it.
season
I was about
1.
to
We've seen
point that out.
Kylo
Yeah.
Ren do it.
We've seen this guy do it. Kylo Ren?
Yeah, last when he was running through the place to find Rey in Emperor Palpatine's place.
Oh, I barely remember that movie.
Same. I remember the stupid stuff from that movie.
Mini tangent. I remember endless arguments online that I'd read. I never participated because it was pointless. Because you're arguing about something that neither side can confirm anything. It was because remember I got into Star Wars from reading about Boba Fett and reading about the war and the disappointment that his side lost, and we never heard anything about the Mandalorians after that except for Expanded Universe. And so the Mandalorians were like this great thing that no one ever really spoke about except for a couple games would touch on it, like KOTOR. But it was this thing where I remember there was a director who said they're not Mandalorians. He said Jango Fett and Boba Fett were just some guys who wore the uniform to appear more fearsome.
Oh, yeah.
And I hated that guy because of that. Because it was just, why would you say something like that when you know not everything decanonized, what you say is pretty much as close to canon? And then
Right.
people got on the bandwagon and it's like, no, they're not Mandalorians. No, stop trying to believe that they're Mandalorian. This is new Mandalorian. Then they showed Star Wars Rebel Mandalorians. And now that I know they're the Night Owls were the Mandalorians. And then we saw Maul with his group of Mandalorians. And so it just felt like the Mandalorian idea would just been degraded to just warriors with no real centerpiece.
Yeah.
But for me, it was always Boba Fett, and yes, a big part of it was just they looked cool.
Yeah.
But there was something more to them, where they were these awesome warriors who they could actually put up a fight where Jedi sometimes couldn't do something. So when I saw this episode, the amount of joy I felt, where immediately all of you guys were wrong. They are not only Mandalorians. His dad, Django, was a foundling.
Yeah.
Recanonized.
And he fought in the Mandalorian
Then
War.
he gets Mandalorian, the guy that everybody likes right now, to confirm, he was your dad's? Then yeah, it is yours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, he's amazing at fighting. He's
Yes.
great hand-to-hand combat. He blitzed through them even where Mandalorian was having a little trouble. Because the
Yeah.
thing is, between Jango Fett and him, Django was the gunslinger. And I remember I used to watch, they had these thing called Star Wars fights where somebody would analyze every piece of lore about the character.
Yeah.
And put him up against an equal character.
Yeah.
And they do Django versus Boba, and they research all the history and how the writers write them. And Django is a gunslinger where he's very old west. He's a quick draw. He prefers his pistols. He's a smooth talking guy. But Boba is a Terminator, and he's just super strong. He beats the crap out of things, and he uses his weaponry to just slaughter through groups of people at a time, and I love that. And we got to see it
Yeah,
here, where
yeah.
he just these guys they knew to run. This
Yeah.
guy, where Bambo was constantly see us things deflecting off him. They never got a chance to shoot Boba.
Yeah.
He just marched through them.
I was
yeah.
actually waiting for that. I was like, oh, are they gonna shoot a shot and is it gonna bounce off of him? But they never even got the shot off. It was really cool.
That is something I'm confused about. Everyone harps on Mando's armor being Beskar, and I assume everyone else's is Beskar.
Mm.
Are everyone else's best armor full Beskar as well, or is it like it's Beskar but it's got smaller pieces of Beskar maybe on regular Mandalorian armor? I don't get it.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't the first Mando's original armor when we just started this season? I don't think it was all Beskar.
It wasn't. That was the thing. He had regular armor on,
Right.
and then he got pure Beskar, which
Parts,
was shiny.
and then they added on until he like replaced everything.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Like, is it that they're wearing Durasteel, which is a very hard metal?
I think at very least all of the helmets are Beskar.
That makes sense. But that's the thing. Is I don't get it because did he say the Beskar is mine, or did he say something like that?
No, he just said the suit,
armor.
the armor,
The armor?
yeah, not
Okay.
the Beskar, yeah.
Yeah, because then that. Yeah, I just if anyone knows, I would really like confirmation on whether or not only Mandalorian's armor is full Beskar and regular Mandalorians. Is it that they're wearing just Durasteel, or is it that they've got like pieces of Beskar, or maybe lower quality Beskar? And the reason Mando sticks out is his is literally it's like walking around with shining gold versus walking
Right.
around with like strips of gold on your stuff.
Right.
So I would really like confirmation of that because I really don't know. Maybe someone said, but I got confused.
Yeah. I keep trying to think back. I don't think they. I know they say that they want the armor because it has Beskar, but nobody ever says that it's full Beskar, pure Beskar.
Yeah. That's all I had for that. You have anything?
Why did you leave your jetpack?
The story had to progress.
No, from the moment I saw that the dark troopers were coming down with and they were gonna take Grogu, I was like, that's why they made him with his. I'm like, why would they purposely like he puts it down and he runs away from it? I'm like, come on.
Like as
For
soon
the
as you
whole
saw
thing.
the ship coming, you should have picked that
Gone
back
it,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
The moment you saw, like the other guys, he Bobo put down his weapon. He picked it back up before he left. But no,
I think it's supposed to be like his instincts of, oh my gosh, gotta get the kid, and he just ran away. He didn't think of anything.
that's
else.
their excuse. But
Yeah.
I don't agree.
And also to be fair to Mando, he had no idea that dark troopers existed.
True.
And he saw them landing the troops. So as far as he knew, they had to climb the mountain too. But then those things flew down.
It was just for the plot.
Yeah.
It was just for the plot.
Yeah, 100%. I was just explaining why I think mentally it kind of makes. I could see somebody doing that. Oh, my stuff.
That was all I had.
I have a couple more things. I just want to go visual force. Usually in the movies, we don't see a visual
Yeah.
color or even movement of the force. If like there's a force push, the most we saw was like the echo waves in
Yeah.
like the movies.
But they
In
showed
this,
it
we
this
saw
time.
like blue glyphs around the rock.
Yeah.
But I do think he couldn't see it.
Oh,
That would make sense. Even though, like, the blue glyphs have happened in, like, what do you call it?
In games.
In games.
Oh, yeah,
but
games.
you never see, like the waves that were coming up off of it were blue.
Yeah,
You
that would be a
never
lot for
see
even a
that.
game.
Yeah.
Games, generally speaking, they need to give the player feedback. And so they show like the shockwave and blue or a color usually to indicate that. But in the movies, I don't think we've ever really see something that strong of like.
Yeah.
So I especially when he just walks up and like, all right, kid, time to go. Like nothing's there. It's probable that he
because
didn't see
you didn't see it. Okay.
the most likely visual repetition for the audience, which actually makes it a little bit weirder.
Yeah, because we
we're
only
used to
know
not seeing it.
that because, like, we think back of, like, all of the stuff that we've seen. But if somebody who's just coming into this, they'd be like, okay, I guess the
Why?
force is visual now. Why is
Or
he...
they'd be like, why is he walking into something that's obviously, you know?
Yeah.
It would have been nice if, like, they showed kind of, like, a Grogu perspective.
Yeah,
or that, like, you know how, like, they kind of show from one person's perspective and you see the...
I think maybe...
And then come over, show from his perspective, and there's, like, nothing there. Just...
It's probable that we'll see what Grogu was seeing, because he whatever he was doing there, he probably was so focused on it that Grogu, if he looked, he would have broken focus.
True.
So I'm thinking that we're either gonna see what he was seeing, or see something for it. I don't know. Also, robot guts. Yeah, so I was in the reaction I said, "Oh, she was bleeding out." That doesn't make any sense because she was hit with a laser,
Mm-hmm.
and that essentially cooks your inside. That's how it kills you instantaneously. So I was thinking, how did she survive that with her guts just got flash burned? But yeah, they had to replace it with robot parts. Like oh, Boba's got money like that.
She was in the middle of Tatooine in the desert. How did she get anywhere fast enough?
Well, she wasn't bleeding, so it's a case of her guts just got insta cooked.
So just
And
organ
everything's
failure.
cauterized, yeah.
Cauterized, I was gonna say, yeah.
So it's like, how long could you survive without operable guts? So maybe a while, but also I think she probably was like in a coma state.
Yeah.
But he just got her
Maybe
to
spray with
a doctor.
Bacta. She stays alive a little bit longer.
They've got miracle medicine if we can get him to a doctor.
Yeah.
And he had a jetpack, so he could have gotten her somewhere safe.
Well, he didn't have a jetpack then.
Right, he didn't.
Maybe it was a speeder.
Most likely. And last thing, police ship. In the Star Wars video game, the Slave One ship, Boba used to have a different ship, but on one mission he had to infiltrate a high-tech secret lab. In that lab, they had a lot of prototypes, on one of which there was 20 ships like Boba Fett's ship.
So he took that one.
Yeah, he stole one, he blew up the rest, and he left. So he has only one of an extremely high-tech prototype.
Cool.
Which is one of the reasons why his ship is unusually fast, unusually durable. It's got a
Yeah,
seismic detonator thing on the back.
Yeah, you even saw like its thrusters. Like it's like a long oval,
Yeah.
like a rounded rectangle. I was looking at it like that doesn't look right.
Even the way it lands, he's got a very cool ship, but I don't know how much room it's got in there. I always thought it like was a very small cockpit and everything, but every time in a comic or something it showed, it was like huge room.
It's like the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Because like the engine doesn't take up as much room as you'd think, so there's a lot of space under there,
Oh.
and it's also much bigger than it looks. But yeah, that's all I've got though.
Same.
All right, that was probably my favorite episode of the season. I'm glad to see it again, and I'd really like to hear what you guys thought of the episode. I probably got a few details wrong here or there, but I will stand by. Screw everybody who said they weren't a Mandalorian. That is something I'm a hard line on. Boba Fett is the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to see more, hit subscribe button, hit the like if you like the video. It's very helpful to the channel, and you guys have been really helpful so far. This is a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time. React Back. Bye bye.